Usually calm people of Reddit, what makes you lose your it? Intolerance of other people's cultures, and the Dutch. When people can't make concrete plans with you in hopes that a better offer might come along, I get so angry with that. I've pretty much cut those types of people out of my life. Slow walkers, honest to Christ. Thousands of years of the evolution to man, finally reaching Neo-Sapien, and these ducking slow walkers are throwing it all away. I'm not angry or violent, but if you wet your finger and put it in my ear, all bets are off. When I'm fixing something, putting something together, I put down my tool to check the instructions, only to have my tool completely disappear into the ether. I set it down right next to me, where the duck is IT. Now I have to get up, wander around the room like a madman, cursing and fuming. Seriously though, I set it down right ducking next to me. How the duck does IT just disappear like that? Oh, there it is, on the coffee table. How the duck did IT get on the coffee table? I wasn't anywhere near that ducking thing. This is total bullet. Well, time to calmly put this delicate thing together. Not me, but my husband. I have never seen this man raise his voice or act irrationally out of anger. But when a deadbeat family member of mine slashed all 8 of our tires after we took them in and tried to help them get their life on track, my husband lost his it and broke several of that family member's possessions. It was the only time I've ever seen him lose it. When people know they're wrong and yet they still argue like they are right, it's like, why? You have seen the evidence and yet you still argue? When people tell me to calm down or lighten up, it's like that person knows you're bothered and seriously thinks saying those things will help. When does that ever help that person's situation? Actually happened today. I was at work and one of my employees decided to start a fight with one of my other employees. They were in each other's faces and I got between them and told them go to your corners. Realizing I was at the end of my rope, the female employee retreated. The male decided to push me. I lost my it. I started screaming like a harpy, telling him to back the F down. After my little explosion, I realized that my entire store saw my tantrum. I was so embarrassed, but a little old lady told me that I did the right thing and she would have kicked him in the balls for good measure. Appliances. If something is broke, it's understandable. I don't expect it to work. But for something that is not broke and mysteriously stops working for no reason, I lose my it. I will ducking destroy you toaster. Burn my ducking bread. Coming home to find out a download didn't finish because Windows Update decided to re-enable itself and restart. Inconsiderate drivers. People dangerously weaving in and out of traffic to arrive somewhere 5 seconds faster. Excel. What do you mean Excel can't paste the data? That's your ducking job. Oh god. Every time someone responds to this post with a new horror story, my blood pressure increases. It's just a prank, dude. Duck you, I never asked you to dump coffee on my white shirt. Basic life incompetence and inconsideration for others, like standing in a line forever and then still needing to read the menu. For example, it's just rude. You've got the time. Read IT. In fact, read the signs everywhere you go instead of asking every other person the same question. If you don't read English or have vision problems, cool, but if you're just too lazy to use your own brain, you can get lost. Literally in some cases. People who constantly talk about how stupid other people are, whether it's politics or work, it's always just it's because that person idea is retarded. The worst part about it is these are the same people who won't ever change their opinion. So I just sit and listen because arguing would be a waste of breath. The sentence "I'm a great drunk driver." There is almost no other combination of words that makes me flip out on people. When people use religion as an argument to support their political views. I'm extremely calm, but I can't stand it when people attack people who can't protect themselves. It's just so ducked up. Having my headphones get caught on something at the gym and ripped out of my ears. Being poked in the ribs and or head area when something mechanical doesn't start work properly right away. Self-degradation. I mean, shut up and get your mopey ass out of here. These cause an irrational level of hatred within me and I don't know why. I am usually pretty calm and well tempered. So I try to be the friendly guy at work. Talk yo everyone. Be personable and stuff. I have a strange metric for anger. I generally say I'm frustrated but not angry or mad. In fact I say I've only ever been angry twice in my life. Once during the only fight I've ever been in. And once via text at an ex. I don't like the feeling. I try to keep it in check because I blow up and it's scary. I say this because I remember losing my it at work over something innocuous. Margarine. This guy, we'll call him Tim, comes in the break room. And he's generally okay. But he's awkward and kind of weird sometimes. Anyways, he starts talking about food. And how he doesn't eat margarine because it's fake and artificial and he saw that it was one molecule away from plastic and for whatever duckine reason I lost on him. Ranting about butter and margarine and how it's been around for 150 years and was invented on challenge of Napoleon III. Not politics, religion, work, relationships, film. But a ducking butter substitute caused me to lose it. My son trying to attack me with his lightsaber. When people build their entire business around a gazillion stupid Excel files with no context or regard to even add the data properly and they just expect me to fix a turd sandwich they've created over the years. Don't be ducking assholes with your data people. Cruelty to animals, kids, or elderly. Basically, someone picking on someone not their own size. I turned from Jesus Buddha into homicidal raging maniac in 0.2 seconds. Plus, people pay more attention when the always calm one loses their it. Highly effective. When grown adults act like children, either squabbling over something petty or knowingly skipping out on responsibility or common courtesy because of personal inconvenience. Slow, dumb people when I'm in a hurry. Could be an ATM, at the cashier, or accident gazers on the highway. Get a ducking move on people. People denying climate change. Racism. I find it incredibly arrogant to assume you're better than someone because of something so trivial as the color of skin etc. People that change lanes in front of you and slow down. WTF, stay in your lane. I am known Irel to take it from people and stay calm. She wouldn't hurt a fly. She has such a calm demeanor and is just the sweetest person. But the moment I log on to Overwatch and get camped by the same asshole, usually Genji or Tracer, over and over again, you better believe that desks will be punched and obscenities will be yelled. My BF said I am a different person when I play online games, stoic ignorance, entitlement, and condescension, listed respectively. If you are in your 40s and all you do is post political memes and itch about how no one is doing anything anymore while you work your 9-5 and watch Duck Dynasty until you pass out, quit complaining about the problems until you are willing to work for a solution. If you think anyone owes you anything because you are some sort of special snowflake, duck yourself. It's a good time in the world where everyone needs to understand that they are better than no one, and no one is better than you. If you work with your equals, speak as equals, and push as equals, then you wouldn't have such a time. Unfortunately, a lot of people feel they are so deserving of something because of nothing they've done. If you have a title, or are well off, or for any reason feel the need to speak down to someone because you feel you're the it, then you're the problem. There's no need to lord yourself over anyone. You should just try and be a reasonable human being and try and push toward your future, and maybe help others that wouldn't hinder that plan. People that it on innovation. Oh, Resident Evil changed the perspective from third person to first person? The game is now it and they do not care for their fans. Oh, this new franchise of movie tries something mildly innovative. IT is it? I want my money back. Oh, God, had an episode a little bit less exciting this week. The show is it now and the writers are duck, I'm kidding. People who make noise when they eat. Like Methodica, contain yourself. You goddamn animal. Pregnancy hormones. I've become a bit of a cunt lately. Sadism. That moment something in a person comes to the surface that shows that they're capable of finding satisfaction and fulfillment out of other people's pain or suffering. People who slam things. Stop slamming the duck, or Daryl. Getting onto someone when it wasn't their fault or were doing as they were told. Chewed out someone of high rank one time for this. An E3 was told to do something by an E4 and followed through. E5 chewed out the E3 when it didn't work. Me being an E4 at the time took the E5 aside and chewed him out. I got threatened with loss of rank and pay, but I didn't care. It was wrong. He came back 30 minutes later, apologized to me and the E3. Ass chewing went to the E4. I picked up the next month and became an E5. Lol. I am one of those people who don't get stressed about anything. I'm always calm until I start driving. Some drunk guy sat on my boyfriend's birthday cake. I totally lost it and started shouting at him, and my boyfriend was just staring in horror as the drunk guy apologized. People who tell me vaccines cause autism. 1. It doesn't. 2. Autism is a better outcome than polio. Ignorance. Or when I miss the ice cream truck. This is a great place to build my business. When dumb moffers in traffic don't bother to judge the momentum of the traffic in front of them and end up blocking the intersection for the people going across it.